Hey everybody, come on in. Welcome to my channel. This is Maybeline and I am Myrna. Today I'm going to walk you through a very easy step-by-step makeup tutorial. We're going to use a combination of drugstore products like Makeup Geek, Maybeline, and Flower, as well as high-end, which is like Anastasia, the highlighter, maybe a little bit of Tarte concealer. Get yourself comfortable. We are going to do this makeup look. Okay, so I have already moisturized and I've already added my primer to my face. Today I used the Porefessional from Benefit. It's been around for some time. If you have pore issues or really enlarged pores, this is going to be your best friend. It works very, very well. So going in with one of my absolute favorite foundations, and it is a drugstore brand. It is from Maybelline, the FitME foundation matte poreless, because there's a dewy version as well. I like it, but I really prefer the matte. And quite honestly, it's because of the shade. This is a shade 228, and it works like a dream on my skin. It's perfect. It's right on with my color. The way that I apply this particular foundation, because of this consistency, is with a sponge. So of course it is a damp sponge, right? And I go ahead and add just a little bit. And then I go in and I press in to my skin. Because of the primer, your skin is a little bit tacky. Not a lot, but it does tend to be a little tackier. And I think that's part of the reason why it helps with the longevity or the stay wear of your foundation. So always making sure that you dab or you press in, okay, especially this area right here around your nose. I want to make sure you get the sides and the bottom of your chin, the neck area. Okay, you want to make sure that you don't leave a line of demarcation. So I always go in with a sponge, really fluffy sponge, and I just press down or bring the foundation down just a tad bit. The last thing you want is for your makeup to like stop here, one shade, and then your neck is another shade. That looks really tacky. You don't want to do that. My under eye concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium. It's my favorite. And I'm sure it's probably yours as well. It has a cult following for a reason. It does not crease. It does not crack. It stays. And the shades are amazing. It comes in so many different shades. So I've strayed away, okay? When new products come out, you know, I like to try them. And I always end up coming back to this because it's just so amazing. So I'm going to go back in with the same damp beauty blender, and I'm going to dab, same process, dab the concealer, dab, 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 and I'm going to go in and dab it into my eyelid, okay? And I'll explain to you why in a minute. But you want to go in and dab, make sure that you press the product into your skin and kind of blend everything out, just like that. By pressing it onto your eyelid, it helps with your eyeshadow. So it works as a base. It serves as a base for your eyeshadow. You want to make sure that you go in, if you see any little creases, make sure you go in and press the product back in and smooth things out. Because the next step will be applying powder so that it will fix your concealer to your skin. So for this next step, I'm going to use the Mercier translucent powder. I have used this powder, you guys, for ages, many years. And my niece was here sometime, I think it was Christmas time, we were talking about this. She was visiting from New York, and we were talking about this, that she remembered me using it back when she was little. But anyways, just go in and put it on the lid. I love this brush. I don't think it's still available, you guys. It is the Kat Von D dual-ended brush. This is more slanted. I use it for sculpting or shading. And then this domed end is perfect for my under eye powder application. I don't do the baking underneath the eye because I find that I don't need to. It creases on me. It looks cakey and I don't like it. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photofocus Stick Foundation in the color Almond. I have been using this for a couple months now and I really like it. I think the color is like, works very well with my skin. Like I said, it is dark, but it works very well. And I'm gonna go in with this brush, same brush I used earlier. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in using upward or circular, but more upward strokes. So using circular upward strokes, I'm gonna diffuse these lines that I just put on my face to bring my cheek some contouring. Then I'm gonna go in again and do this. So I'm gonna go back in with the same foundation, stick foundation, and I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brush. I'm gonna try contouring my nose with this. You guys, I really don't like this brush for this particular step because I find that the width is too large, it's too thick. And so it doesn't really do what I want it to do for me. I'm sure for maybe the sides or maybe somebody else's, another structure of the nose, but for me, this is not the best brush for this step, but you have to work with what you have, right? Going in with that brush again, and there's no product on this brush. I just use this to diffuse it. If you want to adhere any cream product, you always want to go back in and deposit some powder. So in this case, I'm going to use the Flower Heat Wave. It's a luminous bronzer and the color Sunswept, but it's really pretty. And I find, like I said, it helps to adhere, going back in with this Kat Von D, adhere your cream contour that you did just the step previous. I'm going to go in with this fan brush. It's an off brand, I don't know the name, but it's really big and fluffy. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to create more shadow to my forehead. Okay. Again, going in here, bringing it down a little bit. So for the blush, I'm going to be using the ColourPop blush stick. I don't remember the name. I think it's Aloha. I'll link it below. But it is a cream blush and I find that it's really, really pretty. It applies really good. I go in with this slanted brush and then I dab it on my skin. Just a little bit goes a really long way. And you press it in and you bring it up like that. It's a really pretty peachy color. And it's just really pretty. I love it. It just makes you look more like alive and healthy and glowy. And on top of the cream blush, I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Blush Please in Blushing Saint Tropez. It's a beautiful peachy color. What I love about it is the consistency. It's very unique. It looks almost as if it were cream, but it's not. It's powder, but it's very luminous. It's very creamy, and I find that it pairs up very well with that color from ColourPop. And this, going back to the cream product and how the powder adheres to cream, is going to do the same thing. So the other day I was in Target, and I love Target, you guys. I go at least 3 times a week. I'm not lying. It's down the street from my office and there's a Starbucks in there and it's like, why not, right? So of course I go to get my coffee and then I wander around the store. I give myself about 15 minutes. It turns into more like an hour sometimes. It's really bad. Target is like my guilty pleasure. But anyways, I came across these Makeup Geek products. I bought some lashes. I'll talk to you about them in a minute. But this I'm Peachless Quad is beautiful. Super pretty. Super, super, super pretty. And the colors just have my name all over it. They're very obviously peachy. There is like an aubergine color, a pinky color, a more peach color, and then a really beautiful champagne color. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get them. I have to try this. It's just too pretty to pass up. How's that? Which is the case in practically everything I buy at Target. It gets me every time. Target. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with the oldie but goodie, the MAC paint pot in Painterly. Really pretty color, very neutral. Soft ochre works just as good for my skin tone. So I'm gonna go in with this brush. It's from IT Cosmetics. But I'm gonna go in and apply this all over my eyelid, okay? Because I want the shadow to be more vibrant. So, and I also of course want them to stay longer, right? I want the staying power to be great. So if you do, same situation as with your primer for your foundation. If you want your foundation to last longer, if you want your shadows to last longer, then you need to prime. I find the colors will be more vibrant, more alive. If you really want to get crazy and you want to amp the color, then you want to go in with your P. Louise, which I use all the time. It's in the number 2 shade Rumor. On a day-to-day, I just use my MAC Painterly. We're just going to go at it. Let's just dive right in. We're going to use, I think the color is Peach for the Stars. Okay, it's super peachy. We're going to go in using this big fluffy brush. It's another off-brand, and I don't know the name of it, but just any big fluffy brush will do. So using the first shade, I'm going to look down and I'm going to very lightly do windshield wiper motions. But really important, guys, is how you grip your brush. The closer to the brush head, the more constricted and the more stiffer the line will be. If you want to blend it out, grab it towards the end of the brush to give it a softer look, if you will, and a more blended out look. So because I have a hooded eyelid, or because my eyelids are hooded, I should say, I'm going to go in right above my crease line, okay? But I'm going to be very generous, and I'm going to make sure that the motions are a little bit higher opposed to lower. The reason why is because if you have hooded eyelids, you look down and it looks great, right? You're in your eyelid crease, boom. And then you open them and you're like, where did it go? It disappeared. So you have to make sure that you apply it just a tad bit over your crease, okay? Your inner crease. The key to applying your shadow, ladies, is blending. Take the time to blend away. Blend and blend and then blend some more. Because it really will make a difference on your application. It will look smoother, it will look cleaner, and it will look way, way nicer, much prettier. So the second color we're gonna use is the color Staycation. It is a beautiful pink, really beautiful pink color. It's a bright pink, like a flamingo pink. And I'm gonna use this Morphe 514 brush. It's a fluffy brush, but it's very, very thin. And it gives for a more precise application. Going in and applying this right above my crease line. I will be applying the falsies, which are also from Makeup Geek. They're beautiful. And so I want to make sure that the color is really vibrant so that it can peek through the lashes. It'll look beautiful. Using the MAC 217, I'm going to go in and use this beautiful aubergine color. It's in Hot Tamale or Hot Tamal, however you want to say it. Just a little bit. Remember what I said earlier, going slowly and deposit color as you go along the way, especially with really dark colors. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to press my outer corner and kind of bring it in. Okay. If you notice, a lot of times this line here can seem really harsh or kind of dirty. So I like to go in with a clean brush. This is the MAC 224 brush. Again, it's clean. There's no product on it. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend out this corner so that it's not so pronounced. And for the last color, it's so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and use it on my inner corner as well as right underneath my eyebrow, okay? And it'll just kind of make my eye look more awake, and it just looks really, really pretty. For this step, I'm going to use my fingertip. It's a little difficult, like I said earlier, because my nails are a little long, but I'm going to go in and it's such a beautiful champagne-y pink color. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. It's so pretty. And you're just gonna dab it and press it in. This is not a cut crease look, so it doesn't have to be perfect. That's why you can use your fingertip. but it's so pretty. It really wakes you up, makes your eyes look bigger, I should say, not wake you up, but it makes your eyes look bigger, and it just looks gorgeous. Super pretty. And these shadows are very creamy, very pretty. I'm gonna go in with this flat brush. It's another off-brand brush, I don't know the name of it, but I'm gonna go in with the same shade in the spotlight, which is this beautiful champagne-y color. Just gonna dab a little bit, and I'm going to add some of this color right beneath my brow, and it just adds the perfect amount of shimmer, and it looks so pretty. It's pretty intense, so you don't need a whole lot, but it's super pretty. And then again, going in with that 224 brush from MAC, clean it off on the sponge cleaner, and I'm gonna go in and smooth out the transition between that shade that I just applied and the other shade right below it. Okay, so pretty. I'm also gonna use in the spotlight shade, I'm gonna apply it in a little brush, and I'm gonna add it to the inner corner of my eye because it's so gorgeous. Super gorgeous. It's almost like a highlighter. For the eyeliner, I'm gonna use the Flower eyeliner in the color Brownstone. It is the perfect brown. I love it. It's not too dark, but yet it's just the perfect brown. I can't explain it, but it's a beautiful brown. Very carefully, I'm gonna go in, line my eyes, and I'm gonna bring out to make it a little cat eye, if you will. Not too crazy, but enough for you to see it. It's beautiful. Black would also work. I use black all the time, but I find that this brown with these shades, it works. It looks really pretty. Really pretty. For my mascara, I'm gonna use the NYX On The Rise. I have been using this for quite a few months now, and I really like it. It's about $12. You can get it at your, Target, Walmart, Ulta, It's NYX, so it's very affordable, and I find that it works really well. I'm gonna apply falsies, so I'm not gonna, get too crazy with the mascara. But I do like to apply some mascara before applying my falsies, just so that it looks fuller and it fills in the gaps and the lashes adhere better. Okay guys, so there you have it. We've completed the look using a combination of high-end and drugstore products. And definitely the stars of this tutorial were the quad eyeshadow from Makeup Geek, as well as the eyelashes from Makeup Geek. These 3D foaming lashes. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it. And I hope you come back to join me for more My Life tutorials. Thank you so much. Bye guys, see you next time.